Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready. Hey, Charlie.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 1st and 10, Creasy. And get that to Fournette, complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Grayson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Let's go.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
Grayson now. The connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake. Grayson. Complete to Hilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off-play action. Grayson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the one. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Keep moving. Convert.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Damn.
Switch.
Set, go.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Creasy. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again. Creasy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Out of the pistol. It's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Tight dog. Christian, travel.
Mike, 49. Pick it up.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Got it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3.
80 weapons. Hey, team 6. Snap.
To throw again. Creasy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Precision. That's the... And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make it.
On the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 79 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
He's talking about you. Tell him to run. Tell him to run. 3 down. 3 down.
Ready, break.
46 to Mike. Too low, Cat.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
60 or.
You get block me. You get block me. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Creasy. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Check, 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 check. Go.
From the gun, Grayson. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front.
And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Don't say nothing.
Throwing on first down. Creasy. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Looking to throw. Grayson is going to let this into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go, guys. Defense.
On first down, Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side, Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Squeeze down. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A shotgun give to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to dock my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the out.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I got you. Showing up. What? Shift. Check safety.
2nd and 10. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's home team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Creasy. He's got it to Hilton. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Grayson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Fielded just inside the 30. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Grayson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hey, echo.
On 3rd and 2, Grayson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Franks, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run here with Blanche. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
44.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. Grayson. Looking long for Westbrook. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Grayson. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Grayson. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it into Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Looking to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. A draw play now. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body length,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, You would think maybe just sitting on it, trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
44, 40, Hayward, 44.
2nd and 2. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Watch the twist. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Flushed out right. High throw, but he makes the catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
Down the shape. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Franks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Balazs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franks. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready? 30 base.